Hello, Shibi Fojan. How are you doing? How is your day going? Thank you. If you are just joining, thank you for joining. What have you been up to this evening? Let us know in the comment section, and if you are happy to let us know where you're streaming from, that would be great. Lucas, Lucas Megok, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Good evening, sir. Mercy, video. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Hello, how are you doing? Is gay chat? Are you transgender? No, 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 no. It's not gay chat. Who is that? Vaseline Pierre Jean. It's not gay chat. It has nothing to do with gay. It has nothing to do with transgender. We are just having fun. Nothing to do with gay, please. MC Jenza. Say yo. How you doing? Emily. Hi. Shelby laughed. Gabriel. That is a long name. Gabriel Lulus. Segunan. Jury. Wow, that's a very long one. Anyway, I tried Gabriel. Problem solver overthink. Where are you from? Um, problem solver. I am originally from Cameroon, but I live in the UK. Opa Gangnam Style. Who is that? Some guy shots. John Morrison. Hi, how you doing? Baslin Piejang is not gay. No, it's not. It's not gay. It's not. It has nothing to do with gay and transgender. No, it's not. Where in the UK you from? I'm streaming from Bristol. What about you? Where you streaming from? Problem solver says greetings from Portsmouth. I was in Portsmouth last when was that? Last week of November. My friend lives in Portsmouth. I was there. John Morris said London, and I was in London yesterday to watch Crystal Palace against Aston Villa. Came back very late. You are cool, man. Some guy shots. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was in South London, Selhurst Park. Hello, Rando Comfort. My geezer said he's from Manchester. John Morrison, I'm fine, man. I'm very, very good. I'm good. Problem solver. Why did you start the channel? You seem cool. Uh, how long have you been in the UK? Man, I've been in the UK for a very long time, about 13 years. Yes, someone asked me why did I start the channel. The student 7 said power. Someone said 34. Yeah, I started the channel because I'm a football coach. So I just felt like I've got a lot of experience coaching football, and I studied football coaching and performance in university. And then I went on to do a master's in sports coaching and performance. So I just felt like I had a lot to share. So I started a YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is not doing bad. To be honest, I've got about John Morris. Nobody's gay here, please. It's got about 9K now, about 9,000. Man United needs a coach. That was the same thing my friend said yesterday. One of my friends who is a Manchester United fan, Adam. I told him that Manchester United needs a coach. He should put word for me. Same Simen Nimba. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. If I've not mentioned your name, it means I've just missed it, but I will try to mention everybody's name and appreciate all of you for joining. Wolves Power as well. The student. Do you support Wolves? Wolves are struggling. Wolves are really, really struggling. Well, but they beat West Ham 3-0 and then drew against, who was that? Everton. So it's like they are getting better now. What team do you support, and where are you originally from? I'm originally from Cameroon. I support Liverpool. I just finished watching the Liverpool game against Arsenal. I feel like Liverpool played without a striker, but the game was so average. There was no creativity. Second half, Liverpool kept the ball really well, but they didn't create anything. They didn't take any chances. First three. Thanks for joining. Do you think England will win the next World Cup? January is in London. Man, that is a difficult question. Well, it depends when the World Cup starts. When I look at the teams, then I can tell. England win the next World Cup. There are so many good teams out there, to be honest. Argentina still got a very good team. France got a very good team. Spain has a very good team. Portugal has a very good team. So Brazil has a very good team. So it will be a very tough one. It will be a very difficult one, to be honest. Wolves, they have a good player now. The one who keeps scores lately. Chinese bosses will sell him soon. That is the problem with Wolves. That was the same thing I was telling one of my friends. Lately, Wolves has sold so many players, and that is what is killing them. They brought in a Konya, very good player. He stayed there just a season, and they sold him to Manchester United. And then went and bought half big players who are struggling. It's sad to see Wolves sitting at the bottom of the Premier League, and they went past Christmas without winning a game. It's sad because I really, really like Wolves, you know. But the way things are going, they're probably getting relegated because at the moment they've got how many points? Is it 7 or 8? It means they will have to win about 10 more games. That's like half of the games that they've got to play the second half of the season, which I don't see them winning, to be honest. I don't see them winning those games. It will be a hard one for Wolves. It will be a very, very difficult one for Wolves. But you never know, never say never. Football is always like that. I don't know why Wolves has become a selling club. You know, it's so Neto said, so may so rest in peace. Jota sold all of them, and now we've got nobody. So, if you are just joining, thank you for joining. Um, yeah, that guy, that Chinese guy is like he's really good. My African brother, wow. I've been seeing Africans everywhere. Wizard Zuba is it Ziggy? How I pronounce that correctly? How are you doing, bro? Where are you streaming from? Zohai. Hello, quit sorry 00. How are you doing? And thank you for joining. Where are you streaming from? Let us know in the comment section. I'm watching you from New Zealand. Jesus Christ. That is far. That is like they call New Zealand end of the continent. What? So how is New Zealand? 1, 2, 3 to adopt me. Nick Fanglass, how are you doing? That boy Fanny, I think I pronounced that rightly. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. I'm watching from Russia as well. Wow, Russia. I had some guy yesterday because I was live yesterday. I had another guy yesterday who was watching from Russia, and he stayed on for like half an hour. I am Pakistani Muslim. Okay, nice meeting you, bro. From New Zealand. That is impressive. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, the Russian guy. His I still remember his name, Salat something. He stayed for more than half an hour, and we had a very good chat last night. He was talking about how he started playing football in Russia, but he could not make it to the professional league because I think the club asked his dad to pay some money, which his dad didn't pay, and because of that, he just hates football. But he was a very cool guy. We had a very good conversation with him last night, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Serves it all the way from New Zealand, and another person from Russia. Wow. Thank you guys for joining. And again, as I said earlier, I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. So I like football, it's all right. Football is great, man. So quick sorry 00, who do you support? Which football club do you support? I love football. I'm a football coach and I watch a lot of football. I feel like Africans are everywhere in YouTube live streams. Probably. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. For me in particular, I've just started doing live streams this. I sub to you and like, oh, quit. Sorry, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And if there's anyone else on the stream who has not subscribed, please, I'm really looking to grow my YouTube channel, and I appreciate you guys for subscribing and coming live. You didn't just come live, you came live and mentioned where you were streaming from, stayed for a couple of minutes. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Zobha, I don't know why there are so many people on live stream. I just started live stream this 2026. Normally, I don't do live stream. I just create videos, football content, and put on my channel. But lately, I've made it a habit to live stream at least for an hour every day just to build that community. And it's working, to be honest. Like every time I come on live, I get a few subscribers, which is what I'm actually looking for. Some of them subscribe, then go back, watch a few of my videos, which is something I really appreciate. Hello, Zach Kenron. How are you doing? I hope I pronounce it. How is it good? It's good, bro. It's good. It's been a very good evening. Well, not very good. I just watched Liverpool Arsenal. Liverpool should have won that game, but there was just no creativity. They didn't play as though they wanted to win the game. They played so well in the second half. They kept the ball so well, but they didn't create any chances. They didn't play with a striker. You are a Liverpool fan. You never walk alone, bro. They didn't create any chances. They didn't look like they wanted to take the ball to Arsenal. That was very disrespectful because Bradley was on the floor, he's injured, and he just pushed him. There was no need for that. No need for that at all. It is pronounced Zuhab. Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry, man, if I didn't pronounce it rightly. Yeah, Zach Carroll. There was just no need for that because he was injured, and then he pushed him. I think that was violent conduct, to be honest, and there was no sportsmanship in that. You don't treat another teammate like that. Yeah, that was the first thing he did. Nobody saw that one. He threw the ball at him and then came and pushed him again. That wasn't on. I recommend you start editing football or other sports. That's why I got 3K on my second account. CapCut is best. Yeah, I do a lot of editing. Quick. Sorry, I do a lot of editing. I use CapCut a lot. It might be a serious injury. Yeah, because he was carried out. It might be a serious one. It is 11:35 a.m. in New Zealand, and I feel great in the morning. We are. It's about 2:11 now. It's 11 p.m. In the UK. We are about to go to bed. Yeah. I do use CapCut. Quit. Sorry, I'm talking to you. I do use CapCut to edit. I like the whole of last year. I learned how to use CapCut, and I'm using it a lot. What I'm saying, okay, it's like 10, yeah, 1040. Yeah, that's true. What I'm still struggling with, which I really want to learn, is how to create proper thumbnails. I've downloaded, I think they call it Adobe something, but I haven't got time to sit down and read it really well. Someone said it's like templates are best. Search up football. It's just not in the UK. Um, Zahab, it snows in some part. It snowed in Wolverhampton. I was in Wolverhampton last weekend, and there was a little bit of snow. But the sad thing is, it snowed in Wolverhampton, but it didn't snow in Birmingham, which is just less than 25 minutes drive from Wolverhampton. But it has not snowed in Bristol. Someone asking me viral momentum from the UK. Oh, thank you, Viral Mom. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate that you joined. It's gonna be a storm tonight, right? You have to get followers to to post video on editing. Okay, yeah, I try. It's summer in New Zealand, and I'm lucky to be in here. Yeah, it is always summer down there. Yeah, here is cold, it's wet, it gets dark early, it's depressing, it's hard. So, quick, sorry, how many subscribers have you got? Quick, sorry, if you comment on one of my videos, and then after this live, I will check your account out, and I will also give you a follow. Yeah, UK has a mix of weather, of course. I can't wait for January and February to go by, so that it gets to spring in March and April. Yeah, I'm trying to build my community. I do a lot of work when it comes to editing, but what I'm still struggling with is creating thumbnails. I created a few on CapCut, but I didn't really like them. Okay, quit. Sorry. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks for interacting. Yeah, I'm struggling. Zach Caron, you struggling with thumbnails as well? I created a few thumbnails on CapCut, but they didn't really look good. And then I saw a guy who created his own thumbnails, and asked him where he created them from. He said he used something Adobe. I don't know if it was Microsoft Adobe or something like that. Yeah, I've got a YouTube Studio. That is where I do most of my optimization. I've got a YouTube Studio as well. I use it. The biggest problem I've got now is learning how to create thumbnails. I've bought that software called, I think, Adobe something. I can't really remember the name, but I've not really had time to sit down and learn how to do it. That is what I need to do now. And my editing is just very basics. I just do the basic editing. I'm not a pro when it comes to editing properly, like how some people are really good. Someone mentioned to me that I need to use video motion and whatever. No, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what video motion is. So it's harder. Yeah, it is. Yeah, on an iPad. Yeah, iPad, man. Mm, like anything that has to do with MacBook, I struggle with it. I struggle with it. I just prefer using Windows to do whatever stuff I want to do with MacBook and Apple stuff are just difficult to use. Well, there are some people who know how to use them, who can navigate around them, but for me, it's hard. I can see a dimple when you smile. Yeah, I've got dimples on both sides. Most people say that. Yeah, I've got dimples, and they always come out when I smile. It's good for gaming, but now, oh, is it? It's good for gaming. Okay. Yeah, well, I don't game. That is one thing about me. Soccer fan, hi, how are you? Thanks for joining. Where you streaming from? Who's your favorite player in the Liverpool squad? That's a good question. Honestly speaking, I like Saha. I like Salah, more Salah. For the I think 5 seasons he's been at Liverpool, he's been a brilliant player. I got dimples on my face. Twinsies. What do you mean by twinsies? Are you a twin? Yeah, Salah has been a very good player, and I don't know what problem he's got with Anslot. A bit shakier this season. I just feel like since Slot came in, um, Salah doesn't score that much, and I think it's because of the formation Slot is playing. When Yeah, when he comes out after AFCON, he might pick up. When Klopp was there, the formation Klopp played was 4-3-3, and in that midfield, Klopp had one holding midfielder and two attacking midfielders. So it means that there were two players carrying that ball to the front three. But what Anslot, yeah, he has different tactics. What Anslot is doing now is he is playing two holding midfielders and then just one attacking midfielder. And that one attacking midfielder is not supplying the front three as much as the two attacking midfielders did during Klopp. So sometimes, and then he changes them a lot. Sometimes he will play Sobasla as a number 10. Sometimes he will play Weeks as a number 10. So there is just no link between Weeks and Salah. Before, when Klopp was there, Sobasla was attacking. McAllister was attacking. They were supplying Salah with those passes. Even Hendo, when Hendo was there, was the same thing. But this time around, Klopp keeps changing that midfield. So Salah is not being supplied as much as he used to be. BJ plays. Hello, BJ plays. I remember you. You were on my live. When was that? I think if not yesterday, day before yesterday. BJ plays. How are you doing, bro? And I think BJ plays. You are a Manchester United fan. I remember. And Manchester lost. Did they lose last night? No, I think they drew. Gravenberg isn't a player. Yeah, he hasn't been to his full potential, but I think he's been all right. Personally, McAllister is too slow to play attacking midfield. To be honest, I prefer McAllister as an attacking midfielder than a holding midfielder. And I'm doing good. We drew Burnley. Oh, you drew Burnley. Weeks is good there. He was good tonight. Was he really good tonight? I think another player that I'm really frustrated with is um Frimpong. Okay, he came back from injury. Today he had so many chances to take the fullback on 1-to-1. He didn't do it, and he has the skills. Yeah, honestly, Gravenberch always plays well. Frimpong, he really frustrates me, to be honest. Today he had so many chances to take the fullback on 1-to-1. He didn't do it. He didn't do it at all. He was always looking to cross in the ball, and most of the crosses didn't go to anyone. This is a player who was flying at Leverkusen. That was why they brought him to Liverpool. But he's been so average. He can't even take a player on 1-to-1. And it's not just today. Even in the last game against, was that Leeds? The one Liverpool drew, yeah, against Leeds. He came on. He could not take anyone on 1-to-1. And I feel like Liverpool players, especially the front three, are not as creative as a Liverpool front three used to be. When there used to be Salah, Luis Diaz, they would take on defenders. They would take that ball to the defender, beat that defender on 1-to-1. But when you look at Liverpool, the last two games they have played, they have been so average, especially the front three. Nobody wants to take risks. Nobody is creative. They just turn around with the ball. He was quality, man. Luis Suarez, Luis Diaz was quality. The front three, they just move the ball around, move it to the midfield, back to Van Dijk. It comes back to the midfield. I'm like, can someone just take the responsibility? They call it in French, action personnel, personal action. Take someone on. Nobody's doing it. BJ Play said, I watched the match tonight and it's good to see both teams drop points. With Liverpool set up, there was very little chance they would have scored Arsenal. Kaiser should have started on the left. That was what I said. That was what I said. I said there was no need playing Weeks as a striker. He's not a striker. You could either play him wide, but he's played wide before. Play this guy could Gakpo as a striker because Gakpo has played as a striker before. Not Weeks. He was there. He was more of a withdrawn striker because he keeps dropping into the midfield. Michael as center for exactly, and then Freepon on the right, drop back, easy like that, easy. Gakpo was really poor. He was like he was like he was not in that game. But I blame the manager. Play Weeks wide, play Gakpo in that attack in that striker position because Klopp had played Gakpo that striker position so many times. But I'm just forget about everything that happened. Yeah, yeah, misleading passes. He was not good. I think Liverpool were just in that second half they kept the ball, as I said earlier, but no one took any risks. No one was creative. They were moving the ball around, moving the ball around. I was shouting at my screen, can someone take the ball into that we call it in football zone 14. Nobody's doing it. They're just passing it, moving it around, moving. Oh God, Liverpool is depressing to watch these days, and that was the same way they played against Leeds. It's shock watching Liverpool. Arsenal didn't do well themselves. Honestly, Liverpool had greater chances of winning that game than Arsenal. Arsenal played well in the first half, but in that second half, Liverpool should have won that game. If they were serious, if they had a striker, if they had even Isaac or Ekitike or Salah, players that are creative, Liverpool should have scored. Arsenal didn't really do much, if you ask me. We need to take our chances, especially against Arsenal. Exactly. Liverpool wasn't strong and they couldn't capitalize. Coqueras was rubbish. It's always been rubbish, to be honest. It's not like Liverpool. I just feel like Liverpool front three were not. I wouldn't even call their very best. They were the problems Liverpool had today. Frimpong on that right didn't do much. Gakpo on the left didn't do anything. Wakes in the middle, he thought he was more of a number 10, not even a withdrawn striker. There were times where Liverpool had that ball wide, you would expect Wade to be in that number 9 position. He was nowhere to be found. You know, he was nowhere to be found. The Arsenal two centre backs had no job to do today because there was no striker to put them under pressure. They were relaxed. They were having the time of their life. You know, it wasn't. I wasn't impressed, to be honest. I wanted Liverpool to win that game. Oh, Zach Karen, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on. Please do sub, please. I really, really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And as I said earlier, I'm trying to be on live almost every day, at least an hour each day, just to try to grow my audience. I really, really appreciate you joining and subscribing. Thank you so much. Got a little bit of cold. I got a new subscriber. Not just a new subscriber, a Liverpool fan for that matter. That even makes it great. That even makes it great. If only Bradley had scored, ooh, that gift of a chance in the first half, the game would have been different. Yeah, yeah. The one he struck the the bar, I thought that was going in. He struck it really, really well. And that Soberslime second free kick, if he had taken a little bit lower, it should have been a goal. But again, that being said, Liverpool should be beating Arsenal. You know, I do not think Arsenal should be a team Liverpool should be celebrating for having a draw with. No, Liverpool are good enough to beat Arsenal. Now they have drawn how many games in a row? 3 games in a row. They drew against Leeds, drew against Fulham, today against Arsenal. That is not the attitude of a club that wants to win the Premier League. If you want to win the Premier League, you need to be winning games, just like Arsenal is doing. And Arsenal are very lucky. Most of the title chasers are not winning games. Manchester City has drawn 3 games in a row. Liverpool has drawn 3 games. Villa drew last night. I watched them against Crystal Palace last night at Selhurst Park. Villa didn't really do well, to be honest. The whole game, none of the teams looked like they wanted to score. They didn't create any clear cut chances. But it was great watching the game live. You know, it was a very good experience. All right, Zach, you have a good one, bro. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I might see you again. Like BJ Place was online. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. No, it should be day before yesterday because yesterday I went to London. I came back very late, but I was live on the bus on the National Express. I was live for like an hour, but I was so tired and sleepy. Immediately the bus hit the motorway. Ended the live. So if you are live now and you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so to subscribe. Please. I'm trying to build my community, trying to get some subscribers, and I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, watch a few videos, especially if you are into football, because majority of my content is about football, but I've got a little bit of holiday stuff in it where I went to Marrakesh and all that, but majority of it is football. You fathers, man like you fathers, how are you doing, my brother? How are you doing? How is your day going? I've got a little bit of a blocked nose. I've got this they call it, I think, a boniki, which is a balm. It works like magic. But I'm going easy with it because this thing is like it's balm. It's used for cold, especially blocked nostrils. It works. Abundantly in the UK, West Africa. Yes, it is in the UK. I was given this when I was in uni. I think it was like 2 years ago. I had an injury on my ankle, and then I was always complaining that my ankle is killing me. And then I had this friend, this Nigerian girl. She said, "Oh, your ankle is pain." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." She's like, "Oh, I've got something you can apply on it." I'm like, "What was that?" And then she gave me this thing, a boniki. I applied it. God, it worked like magic. Since then, I've kept it. It works. Aboniki works really, really well. Yeah, I think Aboniki is in the UK. There are some. I've been to some Nigerian shops. Of course, it's from Nigeria. Yeah, it is. I've been to some Nigerian shops and I've seen this same Aboniki on the shelf. I'm not sure if it's the real one, but this one was brought from Nigeria. That girl brought it from Nigeria, and it really, really works. So most of the time when I have my nose is blocked, I sniff it and it clears my nostrils. I don't know what this thing is made of, but wait. Oh, yeah, the ingredients are here. Metal salt. There's camphor in it. There is yucca plus. I don't know what this is. There is menthol as well. Yeah, this thing it works like crazy, and it's manufactured in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. He says here Benin City, Edo State, and it works. I'll just keep it here. I'm tempted to take a little bit and put in my nostrils, but this thing sometimes it hurts, to be honest. Just touching my nostrils, I can feel it. That it works though. Mm. So no, I won't because I remember when I used to apply it on my ankle, it burns, like it burns. That's why even that I take it close to my nostrils, I'm very careful because it burns. This thing, it burns. A boniki. I like it though. Whenever I have a nose block, I use it, but I can't put it in my nostrils. If I do, I won't sleep this night. Thank you. If you've just joined, welcome to my live. And if you've just joined, you are happy to tell us where you're streaming from, that would be great. If you don't want to talk, if you don't want to tell us the city, you can just mention the country. This evening, we've had someone from New Zealand. We had another guy from Russia, and this is BJ Place, who is streaming all the way from Nigeria, and I'm streaming from Bristol. Uh, BJ Place, what part of Nigeria are you streaming from? Is it Lagos? Is it Abuja? Is it Enugu? Is it Anambra? Is it Benin? Is it Abuja? No, I've mentioned Abuja. Ibadan, the big game tomorrow. Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is like the African Nations Cup is just starting. All the big boys are through to the quarterfinals. So, BJ plays, who do you think will win between Senegal and Mali and Morocco and Cameroon? What are your predictions and why? Because personally, I think Mali will. I'm in Lagos. How do you know so many Nigerian cities? Man, what are you talking about? I'm African. I'm Cameroonian. Nigeria is just next door. Mm. I don't just know Nigerian cities. I know Nigerian villages. I know Obeledu. You travel here for no, I've never been to Nigeria. Even though I live in Cameroon almost all my life, but I've never been to Nigeria. But Nigeria is so close to us, and I live in the UK. I've got so many Nigerian friends. So even before I met the Nigerian friends in the UK, I know a lot about Nigeria. A lot. Lagos. How was dated December? Yeah, those games will be very good games. They will be very, very good games. We'll see what happens. I People think that Morocco will destroy Cameroon. No, they won't. I've watched Morocco play. They are not a team that I should be worried about, but they've got the population, they've got the fans behind them. Any edit. I remember you, any edit yesterday. Did we meet yesterday? Yes, we did. We did any edit. The good thing is that when people appear on my life twice, I remember them because I take very good note of the names. So I remember you, Annie Edith, and you engage really, really well yesterday. I really, really appreciate that. Here you are again today. Thank you for joining. December was quiet except the sound of the knockout and prayers. It was nice overall to spend time with family. Okay. Did you spend it in Lagos or did you go somewhere else? Because I heard that 30 December, so many people come down to Lagos, like 3 million visitors, and the city is congested. It goes and prices of goods and services just skyrocket because of the tourists coming to enjoy the December. Well trained, bro. Won't say hi, Kotelo Namoda. Well trained. Thank you for joining, bro. Was won't say yeah. Understand one. Ni Kotalo Namoda. I don't know what language that is, but I think it probably has something to say with hello. How are you doing? Senegal will beat Mali in normal time, and Morocco will send Cameroon home. Ha 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 ha. You wished. Okay, okay. You know what? There is something you guys fail to understand about Cameroon. When nobody expects Cameroon to win, that is when we win. You remember the African Nations Cup in 2017? Cameroon had the worst team, but we struggled in the group stages. I think we won one game in the group stage. I think we lost one, then drew. I can't remember, but we struggled to qualify in that group stages in that 2017 because we didn't have a good team. Then we went on to beat, who did we beat first? Senegal in the quarterfinals. And then went ahead to beat Ghana and then beat Egypt in the finals with half baked players. How many countries do you know? And it is, I know so many countries. So many countries. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate those likes. So, people thinking Morocco will beat Cameroon. No, they won't. They won't. It will be a very good game. It will be a very, very good game. I know you guys are a good team, but so is Morocco. And they are the host and probably the best country in the continent. I just feel somehow they will edge Cameroon. No, if you look at Morocco, Morocco has not beaten any proper nation in that tournament. I will tell you. Their first game, who did they beat? Comoros. And Comoros showed them a lot of respect. In that first half, Comoros was just defending. They didn't even score in the first half. They scored two goals in the second half. When they played a team that was a little bit decent, which is Mali, they didn't win the game. Morocco could not beat Mali. Don't forget that. The Mali you said Senegal would beat during normal time. Morocco could not beat them. And they went and beat Zambia. Zambia was never a good team. What teams are you playing today? Um, Liverpool just played against Arsenal, and it was a draw. It was a goalless draw between Liverpool and Arsenal. This one, BJ Place is talking about. He's talking about the quarterfinals of the African Nations Cup that will be played tomorrow, not today. UGS, where are you from? Well, I'm streaming from the UK, but I'm originally from Cameroon. Have you seen the snow and blizzard? Yeah, I saw a little bit of snow. Over the weekend, I was in Wolverhampton. I saw a little bit of it, but there haven't been any snow where I live. Yeah, so BJ place, as I was saying, Morocco, and then don't even forget that Morocco struggled against Tanzania in the rounds of 16. They struggled. So how are they the best team in the tournament? No, they are not. I would say Cameroon has played and beaten better countries. Today there was Blazer. Really, where was that, Annie? It was red warning. Yeah, I read something like that that there was a warning, but I don't really know where it snowed. When I went to work today, there was a lot of talk of snow in Bristol today, but it did not snow. Instead, it was just rain, 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 rain. The game will be about who will take their chances. Of course, both teams are very good, and Morocco creates loads of chances despite them not scoring so much. Yeah, but if you look, they create chances against weak teams, against Comoros, against Zambia, against Tanzania. How many chances did they create against a Mali that is just a decent team? They didn't create more chances. And again, how much threat a bunch of snow have covered a bunch of cars? Really? And it did. Where is that? Where do you live? Where is it snowing? Yeah, it's not snowed here. Wow, that's surprising to hear. So BG plays. What I'm saying is that they create many chances against the weak teams, Comoros, Zambia, and who and Tanzania. How many chances did they create against Mali? Not much. And again, and again, most of those countries that they played against did not threaten Morocco that much. They most of them do not have the attacking threat that Cameroon has. So the Moroccans will not just attack, they will defend. And when you are defending, it means you won't go forward that much. But against the likes of Comoros, they could go forward as much as they want. With Cameroon, they will not, because if they go forward like that, we will punish them. We have very good players that will punish Morocco. And again, Morocco is the least of our worries. We are Cameroon. They should be scared of us, not the other way around. Because we know how to beat those countries in Africa. We do. I will definitely be watching tomorrow to see how the match plays out. If Morocco wins, I just come for you. Man, you can come for me. You can come for me. I will tell you that. Honestly, that game, yeah. Make sure you stream tomorrow. I will always stream tomorrow. What I'm saying is that that game can go either way. Cameroon can win it. Morocco can win it. It's an open game. It is that was the same thing when happened when Cameroon was to play South Africa. Like, oh, South Africa are too good. We beat Cameroon. Like, they could be good. They are not experienced. We beat them, and we did beat them. They had more of the ball. South Africa did have more of the ball, but they didn't do anything with it. And we defended so well. We created few chances, but we took them. It tells you the quality we have up front when it comes to finishing chances. And it is that's Ghost Kid was terrible yesterday. He's so racist. Yeah, I know. I had to block him. I really had to block him. And I just hope that people like that don't appear on my life anymore. Vira Momentum asked me, are you in Nigeria? No, Vira, I'm not Nigerian. I'm Cameroonian, but Nigeria is very close to us, so we are neighbors. What about you, Vira Momentumo? Where are you streaming from? So we'll see how that game plays tomorrow. I just hope Cameroon wins. You are from the UK, okay? Where in the UK? Where are you streaming from in the UK? If you don't mind me asking. In Nigeria, and I live in the UK. All right, okay. What about? What about in the UK? If you don't mind me asking. Sheffield. Sheffield. So which of the Sheffield teams do you support? Sheffield United or Sheffield Wednesday? I actually love your stream. They are so great, but they are late. Yes, they are late. And it is how I'll explain why they are late. My streams are late because I work school hours. I work in a school, so I do school hours, and then after work I coach football. And most of the sessions start like 6 to 7. By the time I finish coaching, drive home, shower, rest a little bit, it's already gone past 10. That is why my lives are always very late, because I have a lot to do in the evenings. I always coach in the evenings. I coach on Monday, coach on Tuesday, I coach on Thursday as well. And yesterday was late as well because I was in London. I had to leave. I left London last night at 12:30 to Bristol. So that's why most of my lives are late. But I will try to be early. But just that I have a lot to do during the day. Oh, rather a moment to say you support Chelsea, but I go with Sheffield United. Why is everybody going with Sheffield United and not Sheffield Wednesday? I love Sheffield Wednesday. If the game goes to penalties, who do you think will win? It will go either way. Trust me. That game tomorrow will be a 50-50 game. Which team do you coach? Where do you stay in the UK? Just sub. Oh, thanks for a sub viral momentum. I live in Bristol and I work with Western Superman. I don't know if you've heard about them. We are in the Southern National League South. So we are semi-pro National League South. So I work with the academy. I coach under 16 football academy. We are in the National League South. We are just below the National League, about 5 leagues below the Premier League. And thank you for the sub. Where trench? Will you make na palam na recipe? Will you make na pelam ni lepi? Honestly speaking, well trained. I have no idea what Napelan Nilepi means, to be honest. If you could translate that for me, and then I will understand what you're talking about. Can you give people red cards like an actual game if they slide tackle someone 10 times? Slide tackle someone 10 times in a row. Um, in training, people are allowed to slide tackle, but we do not have a lot of slide tackling in training. And I think slide tackling is gradually dying out. Most Gen Z players don't like to take that risk of slide tackling. Most Gen Z defenders don't. But if you look at the old generation, slide tackling was very common with the old generation, where the winger makes that run the fullback knows that he's not catching you, he will slide tackle you. But slide tackling are not very common these days. These kids these days are just too soft. They have a game against Crispy. Yes, BG plays means you know us. We are against Crispy in the FA Cup this weekend. Yeah, we are against them. We were praying to play against a Premier League side. We were really praying to play against a Premier League side, but they drafted us against Grimsby, which we were not happy about, to be honest. We wanted a Premier League side or maybe Championship. That would have been a lot of money. It's getting late. I'm gonna sleep now. Nice watching your stream. Okay, Viral Momentum, thank you. I appreciate you coming on live and subscribing. Which team do I coach? Western Superman under 16s. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you. Annie Edgy said, but if they have a time out that if they slide tackles the same person 50 times in a row, it's difficult for you to slide tackle someone 50 times in a row. It's difficult now. It's difficult. Sanjeev that said, great channel. I'm loving the content. This type of channel is what I've been looking for. How long have you been gay? Who said I'm gay? I'm not gay. Nah. I'm not gay. I'm not. I've never been gay. I'm not gay. That's nice, but Gillespie will probably win. Man, don't say Crispy will probably win. They are 2 leagues above us. They are in League Two. Joe, you fathers, you laughing here. They are in League Two, but we have a very good team. Western Superman, and if we carry on playing the way we are playing, our first team will probably get promoted to the National League. So we'll give Crispy a very good game. We'll give them a very good game. Very good game. But you wanted a Premier League opposition. There's no way we did win. No. Busy place. Teams at our level, yeah. You don't get a Premier League team because you want to win that Premier League team or you think you win that Premier League team. You get a Premier League team for the money. You understand? It is mostly the business side of it. If you win, fine, but it is for the business side of it. Because if we had gotten a Premier League team, just that game alone, we would have had like £1 million from that team. I remember when Newport County played Tottenham home and away in the FA Cup. Newport County had about £2 million. That is money that teams at that level do not have. So the FA Cup is a chance for you to be drafted against a Premier League side. Who cares whether you win or you lose? The money that comes from TV right is a lot of money. So we could get like 1 million. But with Crispy now, it would just be maybe 100,000, 200,000, which is not a lot compared to what we would have had against the Premier League side. Always, I'm gonna go now. Love your stream. Plan on watching them again tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you so much, any edges. I really appreciate you coming again to watch, and you will definitely see me tomorrow because my plan is to try to do streams every day at least for an hour to help grow my community. I really appreciate you for coming on, and I will see you tomorrow. You have a good one. Yeah, so BJ plays, you get the point. So it's not about winning, it is about the money. It is about the money. And I really wanted a Premier League side. But now Crispy is too far. And again, I can't even go because our under 16s are playing on Saturday. We've got a game on Saturday at home. So I can't even go watch the first team. And again, Gillespie is far off, is in a dodgy part of the country that It's difficult getting there. If it was a Premier League side, maybe a team in London, I'll just drive down to London, or if I don't want to drive, I catch a bus to London, watch the game, and I'm back home. Grimsby, man, we were not happy. Nobody wanted that fixture. Nobody wanted it. Sleep not in your eyes, and you are going to school tomorrow. Okay, Vara, momentum. Are you studying? I'm in an academy too. Okay, academy. Is that a football academy? Vara momentum. Is that a football academy? You studying hard, man. That is the only way to go. Trust me, bro. You just keep going. That's it. That's the best way to go. You know, study, get yourself qualified, and then put yourself out there. I'm looking for the best to join. Mm. Okay. Um, Vara, do you say you're looking for the best academy to join? Can you link me with any in Sheffield? Um, to be honest, I don't really know football academies in Sheffield. The best that I know that Sheffield got two. Abonekim always the best. It is, man. It is. My notes are a little bit blocked, so I've been using Aboniki. Yeah. Vara, I don't really know about clubs in Sheffield. If it was in Bristol, I could help. And how old are you, and what age group are you looking to play? Those are the first things. Yeah, it was the same question I just asked, because the best way to join those academies will be you are 16. Okay. So where do you play at the moment? Who do you play for at the moment? Because that would be a good start. Who Because even like for us, we are semi-pro. We always have trials. We are open for trials all the time. When a player comes in or signs our form, we want to know who they play for, how old they are, and then from there now we can process to getting them in for a trial. So you are 16. That is a very good age. The next thing now is who you play for and at what level you think you can play. Because there are so many clubs in the UK always looking for players. And then one good thing is that there are Akin Football Academy. Okay, is that in Sheffield? And that football academy, it sounds like it's private. So what league do they play in? BG plays. Some of us are past the age of play academy football or even go pro. There is always a way. If you have passed the age of playing academy football, going pro, and you love football, you can be a coach. And that is what most people do not think about. You can always be a coach, do your badges, and still get involved in the game. That is the way to go. So that Aken Football Academy, is it in Sheffield? And it sounds like it's some kind of private academy. So my question is, are you guys in the league? Do you play a league? Because before you go on trial, most clubs will want players that play, players that train weekly, compete weekly. It's not just about training, it's about having that game time, getting that playing experience, and that is what helps your development. So let me know if that Aken Academy is registered with a league. I know I can be a coach, but I was talking about actually playing ball. I'm currently studying uni. Okay, BJ place. So what you study in BJ place? It's just like a place where they scout people. So I've lived that place last 2 years. Yeah, it sounded like something like that, but I'm good, bro. I've met so many young players who tell them they are good, but what I always tell them is, as a coach, if a player comes to me and tell me I'm good, the first thing I ask is, where do you play? If you do not play football anywhere, you don't play football weekly, week in, week out, nobody takes you seriously. So I would tell you is, what I would tell you is, get a football club, join a football club in Sheffield, where you train maybe twice a week and play games on Saturdays. And then when those trials come up in the summer, you go for the trials, because you could feel like you are a good player, but the fact that you are not training, you're not playing football, you are gradually losing that skill without knowing. And again, another thing you should know is that there are thousands of 16-year-olds out there that train twice a week and play games. Some play games, some play 3 times a week. I've got players in my team under 16s who play competitive games 3 times a week. They play with us on a Saturday, on a Sunday. They play with some grassroots clubs, and then some of them play for their school as well. I'm studying medicine and surgery, University of Lagos. Oh, that's good. That's really, really good, bro. I wanted Chelsea, but they weren't in Sheffield. Listen, viral momentum. Everybody wants to play. My bro, you are in Nigerian. Wow, which language do you speak? Oh, you're talking about BJ plays. BJ plays, not BJ plays. Viral momentum. It is not about where you want to play. If you are good, it doesn't matter if Chelsea are in London. Even if Chelsea is in Brazil, you will play for Chelsea. You have to be good to play for Chelsea. It's not about location. There are people who have left Liverpool to go play football in London. There are people who have left London to go play football in Scotland. So it's not about location. Chelsea doesn't need to be in Sheffield for you to play for Chelsea. If you are good enough to play for Chelsea, and then you should have been playing for Sheffield United or Sheffield Wednesday, you know. So it is about you getting, thanks for all the likes. I really appreciate that. It is about you. It is about you joining a club in Sheffield, getting some fitness, getting some playing time, getting playing experience, and then in the summer you go for trials. That's your only chance. And do not think that someday Chelsea will come from somewhere and pick you to go play for Chelsea Academy. There are millions of 16-year-olds out there who want to play for Chelsea. It doesn't work like that. Go for a trial. There might be scouts there from Chelsea. There might be scouts from Fulham. There might be scouts from uh, uh, um, other professional football clubs. But you have to be good to be scouted. Mom coming, go to sleep before she takes my phone. My guy is 16. He's still scared of his mom. African moms don't joke. All right, man. You go to bed before your mom sees your phone. And thanks for the sub. My guy said, "Mom is coming. I need to sleep." That was funny. So, BJ, please, how long have you got to finish your course? How much time left? Oh, it's half 11 now. How much time have you got? Thanks for all the likes. I really appreciate that. How much time have you got to finish your course, BJ? 2 years. Okay, that's fine. That's good. That is very good. Oh man, I need to sleep. I've got work tomorrow, and then the Cameroonian game. The good thing is I'm not coaching tomorrow after work, so from work I'll come straight home, chill, and then the games come up. That would be great. Come on, Cameroon. But the good thing with us Cameroonians is that we do not get nervous when we are in tournaments because we have been used to playing in those top tournaments. We have been used to playing in the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, in the finals, in so many tournaments. So we don't get anxious. It's just like any other game for us. Okay, you're on the break now. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, medical school, you need more break than anyone else. You need more breaks than anyone else. That my nose is like about to block again. Let me sort it out with this aboniki. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Wow, I've been on for an hour 40 minutes. Okay, I've got work tomorrow, so I'll be up by 6. So I need to sleep now. This is the host country, Morocco, one of the best, if not the best in Africa. It will be difficult for Cameroon to win. But let's see. Why do you keep saying Morocco are the best? Best in what? Well, forget that thing that Morocco got to the Jordan Man City. Hello, Jordan, how are you doing? Forget that thing that Morocco are the best. I don't think Morocco are the best, to be honest. Who have they beaten in this tournament? Comoros, Zambia, Tanzania. They are a good team, don't get me wrong. That's why they are in the quarterfinals. But they are not the best. They are not. I would say Ivory Coast has a better team than Morocco. Senegal has a better team than Morocco. Even Nigeria has a better team than Morocco. According to FIFA rankings, I think they are in the highest. I'm not denying that. Yeah, they are highest according to FIFA rankings because they did so well in the last World Cup more than every other African nation. But don't forget that after that World Cup, they didn't even make it to the quarterfinals of the African Nations Cup. They were knocked out. That is what happens when Morocco plays in Africa. And if they were so good, when was the last time Morocco won anything? When did they win anything? It's been ages. I can't even remember Morocco winning anything. Since I started watching football. I can't remember. I can't think of Morocco winning anything. And I've watched them this African Nations Cup. Morocco is not one of those countries that scares me. No, they are not. They are not because Jordan said, "What stage is Afcon now, bro?" Afcon are in the quarterfinals, and the quarterfinals are playing tomorrow. Cameroon is playing against Morocco. Who else is playing tomorrow? Senegal against Mali, And then on Saturday we'll have Nigeria against Algeria, and then Ivory Coast against Egypt. Well, we will see. We will see. And again, I don't even talk about the World Cup, because after that World Cup, don't forget that there was another African Nations Cup after that World Cup, and they did nothing in that African Nations Cup. Did they even get? Did they even get to the quarterfinals in Ivory Coast? So maybe that World Cup was just a one-off for them. To be honest, after that World Cup, there was an African Nations Cup which they didn't do anything. And for you to say you don't think they are going out, man, we are talking about Cameroon. I think South Africa knocked them out, but they are a good. That is what I'm saying. Okay, just imagine the country that knocked them out, South Africa. A team who did they beat? They beat Spain, didn't they? That beat Spain, beat some very tough countries in the World Cup. But they were not, that is what I'm saying, that their Moroccan European style of football only works when they are abroad. In Africa, it's about physique, it's about power, which they don't have. That was why they could not even win Mali, because the Malian team were physical. That was why. Now you get the point. When they play against Spain and other European countries, it was easy. African football is just is too physical for them. I've never forgotten my grandfather's last words to me before he died. I used to holding the ladder. Who is that? Damn fresh. That is funny. I used to holding the ladder. What ladder was he talking about? Damn fresh. Thanks for joining. How are you? Let us know where you're streaming from. I'm streaming from Bristol, the UK. I know that BJ Place is streaming from Lagos. I got your posting. Let's wait tomorrow then. We'll be here tomorrow. They might win. Yeah, of course, they might win. But to think that Morocco will easily go past Cameroon, no, they won't. No, it will be a battle. It will be a serious battle against Cameroon, because we are Cameroon. We are the colors Africa football powerhouse. That is who we are. Nobody goes past us easily. Now, my grandfather said my generation relies too much on technology. So I unplug his life support. Dami, you are bad. Don't let your mom or dad hear that. But he was telling the truth. This generation relies on technology, but technology is what this generation has. See, the guy is a comedian. He's a proper comedian. So we'll see. So it will be a tough game, but I get offended when people feel like Morocco can just go past Cameroon. No, they can't. No, they won't. It will be a tough game. It will be a very, very tough game for both countries. And even Morocco knows that they will find it very difficult against Cameroon. It will not be an easy game. Wait, did you watch Cameroon Ivory Coast? Okay, that is what you think. It's good, is what you think. Let me ask you, BJ plays between Morocco and Ivory Coast. Who do you think has a better team this tournament? Who has played better football? Yeah, that be first. Thank you. And before you go, please make sure you subscribe so that when I'm live, you can be sent notification. Yeah, I saw the game against Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast definitely, of course. Ivory Coast is a better team than Morocco. But did you see how Cameroon played against Ivory Coast? Exactly. Most people thought, oh, Ivory Coast was going to crush Cameroon. I'm just like, no. Cameroon, nobody beats Cameroon like that. No. You know, Ivory Coast is a better team than Morocco. Again, we will say no two games are the same. But if you watch Cameroon after that Ivory Coast game, let me tell you, to be honest, when this tournament started, most people were like, oh, Cameroon will be knocked out in the first round. I look at the Cameroonian group. We had Gabon, we had Mozambique, we had Ivory Coast. I said the two difficult countries that group would be Gabon and Ivory Coast. But Cameroon was going, I even said Cameroon was going to beat Ivory Coast. That was what I said. I didn't see Gabon beating Cameroon. I didn't see Ivory Coast beating Cameroon. Mozambique, I knew we win that one. But you see those two countries, Gabon and Ivory Coast, I didn't see them beating us. And that was what happened. We beat Gabon in the first game. And then against Ivory Coast, people were like, oh, Ivory Coast will destroy Cameroon. I'm like, no, they won't. And I watched that game in Marrakesh. It was almost a 50-50. Ivory Coast played so well in the first half. And then they scored. With the scored, we replied. That is who we are. Even against South Africa, like, oh, South Africa, they are so good. I watch almost every game South Africa played. A 10-man South Africa could not beat Egypt. No, 11-man South Africa could not beat 10-man Egypt. From there, I told myself like there is just no way this South African team will beat Cameroon. It will never happen, and we beat them. Now it's Morocco. I have looked at how Morocco has performed. I'm not looking at the Morocco in the World Cup. That was 4 years ago. Four, 4 years ago. I'm not looking at that Morocco. I'm looking at the Morocco that is in front of me. I watched them against Comoros. That first half, they were so average. And then the biggest challenge they faced was Mali, a game they failed to win. And then they went and played Zambia, Tanzania, and it was just one goal. They scored just one goal against Tanzania. And that Tanzanian team, 80% of their players are home-based players. Most of them play for Azam, Young Africans, Simba. But Morocco could not easily beat them. So as I said, it will be a tough one for both countries. Okay, I've been online for an hour, 25 minutes now. So this is goodbye. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for engaging. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, I have said bye about 4 times now, but this one is a final one. Let's see. No, not that. What's this? This one is a final one. So, BJ, please, you have a nice day, and then we'll talk tomorrow after the Cameroon game. One of us will probably be crying. It could be me, it could be you. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So you have a good one, man. Bye for now. Oh, some people are just joining now. Anyway, I was saying my goodbyes before 3 other people joined. If you are just joining, I'll be live again tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. You are father. I'm off now. I'm going to bed. I'll go work tomorrow. Have a good one, bro. Bye.